Here we are, lesson 5 already. This is crazy how quickly this is coming together. So our lesson today is about the words that you own. And again, we're still in what I consider module 1 when I'm working with people, and it's that value clarification. And a big part of the process is, you'll probably notice, we started kind of big with expansive, the 3 questions, and just thinking about the overall your hero's journey, and then we started refining it down to that MVP, and then looking for the choke points, right? The resistance that you may have. So now we're kind of towards the tail end of distilling it down into the essence of what it is that you do and the value that you bring. So the words that you own are basically no more than 3 words. Right. And I kind of like 3. I think it's fun. I mean, but if you have a less than that, that's fine. But as best you can, you're thinking about 3 paradoxical words in some sense, because these are words that you own through your business. However, they live in the mind of your customer, your client. Okay, and I'll give you an example of this. So Quester's Way is the big family center that we had built, and it was a beautiful center filled with all kinds of opportunities for learning and education and growth. And it was based mostly around families, but mostly around children. And for us, the value that we were creating was this environment filled with learning and education. That was really our focus. But for the parents that were bringing their kids there, the words that mattered most to them were a little bit shocking. Actually, one of them we hadn't really thought of, and it was clean. If you think about like a kid's play park, right, or a ball pit, or like a Chuck E. Cheese, not to pick on them, but a lot of times parents feel kind of grossed out by the stale pizza or whatever it is, dusty, nasty stuff. And we worked really hard to keep our place super clean from top to bottom. And that mattered to people. So that ended up being one of the words that we owned. And what we mean by that is we made sure that we promoted the fact that we kept the place clean. We marketed that. So it wasn't a word that we would have chosen to focus on, but that was the word that was resonating with our clients. And the other 2 were safe and fun. And, so basically we had our own words and our own values, our 3 values that we all were focused on the business model around was creating meaningful human connection, creating empowered learning experiences, and giving people their best day ever, just finding the joy in the present moment, making that really easy and simple for them. So that was like our internal focus, but we didn't really talk about that to the people that we were serving. We talked about an environment that was safe and fun for everyone, a place where things were going to be clean and well maintained, and you could feel good about the time that you spent there with your family. So that's what you're looking for, 3 words that you own in the minds of your clients, right? So that's actually on my card here. That's the first 2 bullets. Basically, I just combined them together. So bullet 1 is no more than 3 words. Bullet 2 is you own them, but they live in the minds of your customers, okay? And then the third point is, how can you tangibly demonstrate your commitment to those 3 words? So don't make assumptions. We had people cleaning while we were open. We were open in that center like 12 to 14 hours a day. So there constantly needed to be cleaning done. We had what we called a SAFE system, SAFE, and it was this card system we built for our team, especially in our park that we had. And it stood for safe and fun for everyone. So we had ways to really demonstrate our commitment to the things that mattered to the people we were serving. Right? So how can you get creative and do that? How can you make sure that you're not making an assumption that they know, but instead you're demonstrating it through your design, right? And probably noticing I'm real big on design, because design is something that's self-sustaining and momentum gaining. So we need to think beyond personality. And the other part is, we can't fall in love with what we think people want. We have to fall in love with what they're demonstrating that they actually want. And we need to focus our energy on building the bridge between what we know we can do to help them and where they are and what they feel they need for us to be able to help them, right? So the words that you own is a way of fusing those things together. So that is your lesson for today. Have fun with it. It can be a fun thought experiment. Oh, and by the way, if you're not sure what your words are, ask your customers, ask your clients, right? Ask your team if you have a team, if you have staff or people that work with you. See what they think. Their perspective is actually what matters more than your own. So don't feel like you have to guess and figure this out, right? Just go ahead and ask. Pay attention to how people post, the good things that they say about you. That will give you clues to dig down and find those words. Have fun.